All right, so hear this now. Hear this now. I have some question I want to ask Jamaican government. I'm going to ask the world to see. I'm going to ask. And I have to do a program here. It's a must. I have to talk yesterday now. I said I have to do a program like this. But we want to ask some rights, right? Because you have some reggae artists now will get banned. Visa get taken away because the song with them they do and the lyrics, about the gay people and things like that. See? Well, me is a man where we has the freedom for everybody, Everybody have their own rights and them thing they set speed. So me just talk straight, Me live a wholesome life, but me a busy boy man living. We just see them want to live certain way and them thing there. Me a man just live my life. You see? Alright, so hear this now. In a 92, Buju do film tune and then you have enough more people do them tune. So me just a look up when the gay rights it passed overwhelmingly in a US and that are 2015. Same sex marriage and everything. Remember then it passed 2015? Somebody remember? Yeah. Because it show me. So I going to look on it and then I going to ask my question. But me want to ask some serious question do you know. You understand? Because everybody have them rights and them things, right? So I could just look up on this. So I respect people rights, eh? So I could look on this. So we go by approve a thing, right? I want to just watch this, just follow it good. The article is about LGBT rights, United States. Cultural topic, that. I'm really just read when we say more answer the rights, right? Lesbian, gay, bisexual, and gender rights in United States have evolved in recent decades. However, LGBT Americans may still face some legal and many social challenges not experienced by non-LGBT residents, particularly in the state with large conservative population, such as in the deep south and rural areas, and some Native American tribal nation, which everybody has must have them rights, right? Many LGBT rights in the United States has been established by the United States Supreme Court in 5 landmark rulings between the years of 1996, right? Remember now, no matter the year, Buju do him tune from 92, 96 to 2020. Supreme Court invalidated the state law banning protected class recognition based upon homosexuality, struck down sodomy laws nationwide, struck down Section 3 of the Defense of Marriage Act, made same-sex marriage legal nationwide. You want to see it? Yeah? Prohibit employment discrimination against gay and transgender employee. But I look on the ear now. Let me see the ear because with the ear there, very important to what I say now, right? All right, so anti-discrimination law regarding housing and private public service and state. So them I tell you everything what them go on with, right? That's so. And that's showing in 2009. Because them struck down this in 2015. I want to see it where the 2003 said come up with a show from 2003 what them do 2000 that so I go 2015 with them struck down something and put it or something, right? Yeah man, 2014 April or so. Yeah, so somewhere around there, so yeah. That so that show you what them struck down. Alright. So me I ask our government now, so you struck down the law. So me I ask the people them now, Bujo, our Jamaica law, it's still not struck down, right there, right? And the offenses against this are Jamaica. The offenses against the Person Act provide as follows: Section 76. Unnatural offenses. Whoever shall be convicted of abominable crime of buggery committed either with mankind or any animal shall be liable to be in prison and kept to hard labor for a term not exceeding 10 years. So it upon the law book. So when Buju do this in a country or anywhere at all in the world, And I like him to do a crime still, you know. You understand? When them man did a burn and them want them a voice out them opinion, right? I never a crime because it's still up on the book and I like him that commit a crime. So you do a tune from 92 and then them just feel like for use the whole of this against the people, them will do some song from 92 before that and use it against them. I wonder why the world did do that. Because if the world do that now, me I look back on white supremacy now, white supremacy, and it's on the rise right now. And then look on Jim Crow and all kind of things because enough things are going on right now with white privilege. You see? And if you look on Martin Luther King thing, I'm gonna play it, right? Them gonna tell us about them have a right for demonstrate and them preach them white supremacy and do them things same way. And them have a right and the law as long as them not threaten you personally or them do you something. But them can't, them are say just white power and just white alone and superior race and everything. Now, me not say when the law come in and them change up a law, the whole of them people are going with too much things. Back in the days, me not see them get banned or nothing at all. As a matter of fact, the group them still allowed to the day. If you have white supremacy group and them rise even more. You understand? Them rise even more. So me to ask the question if them low fear rise because of freedom of speech or because them ban so them can organize them group and them have gun. And them dangerous. You understand? Them dangerous. Like when they want to go into the thing they are gonna shoot the church people them and them thing that say they want to start a race war. So them did it and them arm and them dangerous. But me not see them go and them take them out and them ban them and do this. Because I tell you, them have them right. But when the DJ them that do this song, Buggery did it illegal in the country. So when them do some song against it, them in the arms house and Buggery and do all kind of thing. See? So why them that get so much punishment for something with them do? Before it even go in a law in the 2000 or so. But you still have people right now in a white supremacy and show it blatant to you. But you can't do them nothing. Them carry them gun, open carry and everything. You can't, the world can't run so still. You understand? So they must say one set of people superior then because one set of people can't talk nothing. They care with them talk. You find back something for them, but them do like 30 years or 30 odd years and you use it against them. But you have people who do it, we do it same thing, white supremacy. And then you pass other things and people still there and still are preaching. And them farm up more gang. And them still get up with that. How that work? And why them that move some visa and them people are, no man, they must, some international human rights some people are violate about the place. You understand? Because, alright, you have some people are Christian. And them that want, them that business about Muslim and them that burn. But everybody have right for coexist. See? So you can and Muslim, you have some Muslim and say boom boom and them radicalize and say yo we don't not Christian. Nobody else said if you're not Muslim, you are this and you are that and you are sinner. I will forget read that to stop to. You know, cause everybody have to coexist. Everybody have to exist in the world. So you have to lower man they make him do free religion and way him believe now as long as him now come touch you and him now harm you and them thing you have to ever live a playing field. You understand? Because we sit down and we watch back the 60s and make everybody hungry. Same like our watch in the 40s. What happened with the Third Reich. You understand? And I like it wipe out, you know. It come up back. The same set of people, them can go through slavery. There are people that say just white, everything on that dog, on this. Me just watch all one from in England. I say now take no chat from no Paki and no black people and them for just go back to them country and thing. Them at the house and them video it and put it up. I'm don't see no banana thing, me see the video. Like him and them lady there and lady I said, geez, and them just talk. Yeah, we don't do that because we are superior and nobody, you know, them just ignore it. So me I say, yeah, ignore that. But when it like, you know, you have a reggae music, a black man do this and them do it, I don't like them I do it now. Them do it 35 years before. And it was a law against these things and it's still a law in Jamaica and Jamaica them there and them do it and they tune out there and it was not law in nowhere at all because people that fight for one I like them come do it after the law pass. They must say well break the law. Why would I use that against them? So if I use that against them, when I use everything against white supremacy to set speed, it can't be an unequal world. It can't be your policy and then you have your government. We have a government we don't talk. For the entertainer, okay, you lose a visa, you can't perform this, you can't perform this because you did say this, but this, but you know, well, no white supremacy group. We still I propel them lies and them hate against people when I do them nothing. People of color just because of your skin. Same blood group and everything. You have to use the bathroom, eat food same way. If you're sick and you get blood, you don't know if it's a white man, is a Chinese man or over blood. From the type group blood you have and that you get, and that you get. And it work. And just the color of the skin. You understand? And what I'm not saying because if a man wants to say I'm inferior, because we're not busy about inferior or superior. Yeah, I'm not busy about superior and inferior because all we can do, superior just take off a shirt like how we used to walk and stand up in the sun. For a day and two. That now give me cancer. I don't get my skin more dark and I'm good. Enough vitamin D. You see? So we're not business where who want to say, we just, we want to split something. Why them that take with some artist things and like 2020 years some artists come and look against something now. And look up and search up some tune we do work from way back, from down so, and then use it against them. Why? So if you don't do that, you have to use it against even the white supremacy. One more threat to people's life. A matter of fact. See the boy walk down and kill a bag of people in around 15 when them do it. And we don't see nothing at all come out of it. So them think about question, as I tell you before, when people in them life, you don't get up on your people with them life. Me no want to stop nobody with them life. For them life. And then you have some people just get up on them bun gear. And me tell some people say, yo, me not gonna join it. Why? Because if you go to Kentucky and you travel go foreign, you don't know what look boy you. A woman look boy your things and she go home to her wife. And I'd say look boy your food same way. And because everybody. So you can't look on a person and say, oh, I'm not doing this. And a man go home to his husband. We no business about that. Because if you're going to say book back, you're going to get naive now and you live a foreign. And you travel a foreign. And you go a doctor, you don't know which doctor look boy you. And you go there so your people don't feel them life different from them profession. So you have to part up these things. These people now trouble you, don't trouble them. You understand? You understand what I say? So we sing for live our life. But when we touch the artist part now, we are wonder why artists in Jamaica get punished. Why they get punished? Yeah, why they get punished for something where them do all 30 years. When you just pass a law like 5 years or 10 years. And you dig up a record and yes, still we have record and with them going with from back then. And then people they still attack and still a farm group and still a preach hate. And you say, okay, them have a right for preach and them have a right for walk with gun. Can't do them not unless them come attack you personally. We can't do something about that. But them can just burn you and do all kind of things. Me not understand it, So if you have a level playing field across the place, you understand that's why we have UN and them thing there. Hear this.
Martin Luther King Jr. came to Birmingham, Alabama in 1963 on a mission to a place he called the most segregated city in the United States.
To dramatize this blatant injustice and to demand that the federal government not put a cent in this city unless it decides to face the realities of desegregation.
In the nonviolent demonstrations that followed, King and hundreds of protesters were arrested. They were pressing the city to eliminate laws that sought to keep blacks and whites separated in schools, restaurants, and many other public places. Historian Robert Corley says King and the local civil rights leaders needed this strategy to succeed.
So you see that though? Someone have to come and them come talk for right. Peaceful and everything. Those only thing them they need are just equal rights. Nothing else. See? And if, LGBTQ, them need equal rights and everybody else need, you need equal rights. And they say, all right, them man here, me could take with them visa because them they do a tune from 35 years ago. But yes, still they say, white supremacy group rise up. No! And the international body or nobody or them country now do nothing about that. You can't unbalance so when you equal now on yourself, man. When you equal. Saying you say no, them have a right to talk out. But as long as them not touch you. Them talk about nigger, them talk about this and get rid of this and talk. You say, oh, them have them rights. And them have harm too. And them say them want to start about the kind of race. And you say, okay, them have them right to do these things. So you tell me, say, a country, but the artists at the time, when them advise the song, they never go against the law, you know. They never break the law neither, you know. Because it depends on the book. Buggery depends on the book. Tell them that say Buggery, them knowing this and what have you, them won't go sing, but them know upon the book. And by the way, them give them the Bible, and where the Bible tell them say this and that, and Sodom and Gomorrah destroy and all kind of things. So you have some man, a Rasta man, and them get up and them come and with them read away. Same white people give them the Bible, like King James. See? So what you read and what them believe in, because of that them say, and that them give out. If we have a country, Jamaica, and we did eat lizard and snake and dog and puss, it will not come in straight when you're born and you come see your four parents and eat it and thing. So you see all the time you come your for a little angel dog, they mash up with because we say we little pet them there and them little thing you eat up with little bone and them people I eat for meat and saying and mash up with donkey them and say but you not eat it, it just look you understand what I say? So if you grow up and you do something but at the time no law never pass about this thing. You just talk about it in a word. Why that take so much extreme action? And then why our government don't talk about and say, no, they make they do by this. If the law pass internationally and them a break it now, you can take a sanction against them, but they tune them, they do before. But yes, still don't have white supremacy group rise up right now. When they're not doing nothing about it, because when I say them have human rights, them have a right to demonstrate, them have a right to farm them eight group, you know. You have a right now, when you don't know, you just tell people, say, yo, don't even listen to them. And when you attack people now, you know, government to come and work. But you know, if you just make the right cross the road, then it can't look like, you know, we're superior. You can't make the thing look like it's a superior thing and we just use strength in some people. Because them weak and inferior or something and we are run this and don't. You understand how that look? It don't look good, man. Them need to clean up this, man. Don't look good. You understand? Because you can't have one thing per one and give them the right to do something. And then them youth know when I do them artists and like them I do the tune them no and I say well I burn this, them tune I do from before and them search it out and I use it against the artists them and say take with them these or them can't perform this so or them can't do this. But other man where believe in a film thing but trim born and growing at them country they them can't move it from them. It's wrong, man. It's wrong. On an international level, it's wrong. So we not tell no man say, yo, you can't get up and I'm gonna talk when believe. But you not talk to come, I try to come hurt you and I bring hurt to you. Because even in Jamaica, right now, you have enough of the youth, them hear them call them Gully Queen and all kind of things. You see, you have enough big man sodomize them youth there, you know, and it's wrong. Them sodomize them turn them into that. I mean I talk about you have police involved. You have a matter of fact, one of them, them boss 7 named Peter King, and one of them killed Peter King. Because yes, him full of film plates with all of them and all kind of things, and one of them must have knife him up because him, you know, do all kind of things. And you understand? And then you have them say doctor involved. Just the other day you have a police where shoot one in a rectum, in a bottom, and the camera court, because him say the one him run well from New Kingston, run away them wallet. So him go to court and talk to the judge and the man, the youth come out and say, Judge, I'm a lover. Him do me this all while and use me and them things and never pay me the last time. So me grab him wallet and run and shoot me in the bottom. The court turn over. And him couldn't talk. Can I shoot the youth, you know? Police go back to him and carry my court, say the youth rob him, so the youth come and talk what go on. And then me say a youth already come on TV, Emily Cook say he's a superintendent. Bring him. I'm yard, carry him go I'm yard and carry him go meet him wife. And him go on the table and him eat and them thing there. Him call himself Emily Cooks too. So she did map out him face. Come on TV. Come on TV. So even them you tell them and them sodomize them before them reach out age and them thing, then the police now get charged because them involved. Lawyer involved and some big man involved and doctors and thing. And then you call them Gully Queen. You understand? Because you have someone who go pick them up and carry them and do all kind of things to them. And then you turn around and call them Gully Queen and say, boy, them this and that. But when you look on Jamaica not so violent neither against none of these people neither, you know. No. If you look on Dexter Pottinger, you see who kill him go be a youth to kill him. And you would say, oh, him did I try, you know, make love to me and me know want me stab him up and thing. You would get couple just few little years, like maybe a handful. See? You understand? So them themselves they move vile when them ready. But you have to love people, make them live them life. But you see like all the little underage youth them now with the big man them who walk around New Kingston and then you know them now have no mother no father already, them take liberty with the youth them. So them go up under that little thing there and them band together and them go the way and look at beer them big man, they go take them up. And when them ready, them kill them too. You understand? Come tell the police shoot one of them youth here. But you know, when I go too far from half hour, me I say, if you do a leveling playing field, you can't draw back tune what the man them do. 92, that's before any land, in the US anywhere at all. And draw back a tune and use it against the man. And then say, because ban the man, yeah, a man that can't get a visa, or a man that you can't do them things, that it's wrong, man. People have to tell them, say it's wrong, man. It's wrong. I want to hear this. And yes, still white supremacy group get up more and burn every other nation. And I tell it this, yesterday have some good white people. I said, no, this cannot work neither. We know unite with UNO. So now segregate on yourself because you have white people, have good white people. Great. Better than our own. And I joke me I met neither. You have some white friend who better, they may more deal with you on the straight level. I thought a little racist one them. See, than your friend where more set you up and get you killed. Your own color, mankind. So you have it in all kind of way. So you did that's why I say people are people. When I watch people and what them I do. And when I go judge a man that cause some man that get up and man you have to realize now the world intertwined. You go hotel. You don't know who serve you or anything at all. You go fast food, who serve you? You just say a human being and serve you. You understand? You go in any one of them places, that means everybody them just intertwine. People just live their life. So you know business is not people bedroom in other words. Just do what you do, leave people alone when they live them personal life. You know business about that. You see me I say? Them kind of life, them relationship. You know business about that. See? But when I say I can't have the man them ask it same way. Because them did the tune 40 years ago and 35 years ago. But yes, the white supremacy still a reign now and them still have had more. Them even get up even more right now. Right now. It don't make no sense. Me hear this.
No movement whatsoever in the city toward any form of desegregation of any of its institutions. And so King was saying if we can win in Birmingham, if we can come to Birmingham and prevail, then we can win anywhere.
King and his followers were met with fierce resistance from the police.
Yeah.
Public Safety Commissioner Eugene Bull Connor, backed by the majority of white residents, was determined to stop the demonstrations. Without enough volunteers to continue the protests, King and other leaders enlisted hundreds of young school children to keep the marches going and fill up the jails. The young African Americans.
Remember what I want to hear. So I'm smart. I tell some people, now, you know what do? In this, use the young school and fill up the jail. So over burst system. Send us march, peaceful march at the time. And yes, till when do, it change the dynamics and change the whole thing. That people can move along and do them thing. No cure the white supremacy way them edit can't work the way they. We say them have them rights, them give them rights same way. That's why I believe say you don't trample on people human rights. Then give them rights. Go on with your hate speech and farm your thing and keep your meeting. But don't go touch him, man. Although sometimes some of them come out of them rank and try to hurt people. Right? So everybody have them rights. And if a man, a Rasta believes, so okay, we don't believe that homosexual and we don't believe that this, you can't beat on them rights because we see and give rights to. And we see all the third right do, the world. See? We show the Nazi them to the world, another yet group and them thing that we see what slavery do to the world. So them thing they leave scars. So, you know, and people when them talk about something now like them thing, you know, them a talk about a lifestyle and it hurts some other people. You say, okay, the man they do it tune 35 years. Why you take one visa? Why against him with the, you use one tune? But we look at action or them mash up them people and burn up some people and shoot some people and things. And nobody now use nothing against them. Can't fear. We have to have a level world, man.
Protesters would gather here on the steps of the 16th Street Baptist Church and hear inspirational speeches from civil rights leaders like Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. They would then file from the church and walk across the street to a park where they were determined to demonstrate peacefully for equal rights.
I was arrested after we got about a block away from the church in this area.
Janice Kelsey was 16 years old when she and her schoolmates were jailed.
My mind was made
16.
up. I was going to participate. I was going to go to jail. I wanted to get my freedom.
Then on the second day of the student demonstrations, things turned violent.
16, look here. Police are using dark on them. See, they see it, so people
Police
got you,
turned
that's what they
high-pressure
did.
fire hoses on the young people and set attack dogs on them.
Bite
Birmingham's
them up,
civil
you know.
rights leader, Reverend Calvin Woods, was there.
There had been some dog biting, some beating, some killing. Many people were beaten and spit on and put in jail, lost jobs. But those were minor things compared to what we felt we had to do.
The brutal crackdown was widely televised, and images of the event were seen around the world. Robert Corley says this incident galvanized new support for the civil rights movement.
It was
Can you
really a
imagine now?
children's crusade.
And some little children, 16-year-old at the time, trusted to this, you know. And you are march free, you know, think nothing. And you want to see the dog, them bigger than them. I bite them up, some of them dead. And water cannon, water hose, I spray them down for just march. And who not dead, you lock them up for just march. For just equal rights. To make enough people can talk out. And then you still have, and remember, you know, the clans, them go on and them used to lynch people, you know, lynch, yeah man, used to lynch people from a long time. From a long time, see? And now you still have so much of them people rise up. I say, well, government now come and say, yo, leave up the artists them because them they do the tune. We still have the law, is a law. So, and not even them, you know, do nothing but them go talk with them, say what them see in the Bible, and them talk about the law, talk about Buggery, we none of the arms or stick. So, them just sing about with them and sing about why they want to take with them visa and sanction them and do them and kind of things after how much years. After the law passed them now, sing about this, them business about that. Why want to still do them this? Why not go and dig down this? I just one set of people who can't take set pan it wrong. It's wrong, don't do that. Don't do it. You understand? Because we see say, you know, the ugly head of the white supremacy rise up again. And we are concerned. But we know you have millions of good white people. And them not indulging in this. No, we are farmership. You understand? But you see the group, them will go rise up. If you as a black man just lead go around and them destroy you. And you see it in the last, what, 4 or 5 years? You see it how it rise up wicked. Of course, it rise up before that too. From Barack swearing it start rise wicked. You understand? But them have freedom to go do what they want to do. You understand? And them have a style and themselves kind of things and a plan for you too. And them have the gun. But government can't do nothing unless them can't touch you. So them free for push out them anger and vent them anger and chat and this you and do everything. From me say, right, from me not touch him. Although some of them just get mad and just like when the youth going to the church and they just watch people are dead and say they want to start a riot. When the police them go for him, them just walk with him. And just before that, them go for Castile and Castile say him have a license. Him have a license carry. And America the school and them put him up a bullet. And before that Sandra dead too. But him now kill around 9 and in the church or something, around 9, 7 or 9. And they walk with him and stop and buy him food and all kind of thing. So you have some people in them head, them think that way, but the majority of people are good people. You understand? People must voice them own opinion without people seek for hurt them. And people must live in peace. Whether you're straight, you're gay, you live in peace. That's your life. See? You understand? But we have to do it right across the board. And we want to know, and what we are talking, we want to know how our government sit down and don't say, listen me. But when they do the song, it never, and I like, them do a song because it's a law in place and them just flirt the law and a bun who them a bun and them not want this and them not like it. Them sing about the thing because it's on the book, it's still on the book of Jamaica. And it's still on the book everywhere. Because just 2015 it was struck down. And you have some place where them still people still meet them little thing right now in the state. say you can't marry John Alcan in 2015, that, you know, the quote, yeah? It up there when you can go look it, research it. See? So we are saying when you come down, when you shouldn't come down like a stage of an artist, where you tune long before even the line of the United States. And then we don't have a government to come and say, no, but at the time when they do the tune, you know, when you can't use a tune against them, and I like them come and have trouble, you know, them have enough tune and them knife that sing the tune, them never put in them catalog. So we're not story up that, we're not story up white supremacy, we're not story up slavery and slave master and the mentality of them, and we know the name because the name them live on. We're not story up that. Them thing they play by your psyche, man. You understand? So if someone they talk freely, and I like them that break the law when they do them song then either. And them just go, you know, because it's a law in Jamaica and them sing against the law. And I say, all right, make a break it because them are this and that. And by the way, enough of them used to go to church when they read the Bible. And they tell about Sodom and Gomorrah and sorry, I give them 2 wives and them not want it. You know, and what happened, two daughters and them not want it, and what happened. Come on now. Come on now. So tell about all these things and tell all these things and I open the Bible and a black man print it and a them. King James with them. You understand? That come from for them thing. You understand? So that come from for them thing and I wanna put all these things. A man read all these things and indoctrinated and when them say it, but depends on who say it. You get trampled and you do have a government to stand up and say, no, this wrong. Why when I pressure them man with them visa? And why when I say them do this and why when I make this and that, we don't talk out to the collective voice. You see? That's why I say, our government work for we and foreign affairs and nothing, you know, because them not see them thing, you know, them not talk, you know. Them don't talk. You understand? And you see white supremacy raise them head. And nobody them have a right. As long as them not touch you. They all for be even the arm them have a right. And you see them put up news, like when them carry the capital the other day. You understand them up the news when them put up and them burn them things same way and them preach them hate right hate. Can you imagine now an artist a singer, you say the artist a preach hate. Artists not preach hate like how them white supremacy a preach hate and forget read away and clean off the earth our kind of people. And you still them have a rights. So with the international body there. You understand? And they still demand them do the tune them over 30, over 3 decades. And them are used against them, but them man are rise up right now. Me not thought the one them in the 60s and 70s and 80s right now. More group rise up. You understand? It have to be a leveling playing field, man. And me the man me see the whole of these things and them things. That's why I like my platform, I can come and talk. You understand? Me I tell some people, so me tell you this. You can't look for a man and just say, all right, I call him this and this because I tell you go in one of them fast food restaurants, you don't know who sell you. Okay, you can't look for a person and say, bop, that person, that lady married to her wife. She go home to her wife. And you have some go home to them husband, some man. You understand? And you have some the gender, what they call it? Think the gender. So these things you can't look from a person and say them are this and that. You still buy, you're going to a store, you still buy from people because people are people. So for them life, like relationship, we no business about that. You understand? We no business about that. But we are saying right now, you know, you have racist thing where we want to wipe you out and preach the hate. And you say, okay, them have a right to do that. Them have a right to buy them arm and train and a plan for even war and get you out. And you say them have a right to do that. May I say them man you know, them artists I know where they do the tune 35 years and 30 years ago. Eh? How you deal with that? You see me I say, why wanna still have them up, even them say until why wanna still cut them throat like no, they must come to our country visa and make people march and off. You have to no man. This wrong, the law never pass, them do that. If they, all them do, them have know so when them come here, you don't perform this tune, for raise up nobody. When you just go across the board, you know, your playlist have a tune, drop it out to your playlist because the people them come there, them don't want to hear that. So you know, when you come to my country, don't play that song. Simple. But you can't, you know, you have human rights where everybody said them have a rights where you don't want to breach. When they must breach it, they want to set something from UN and set rights. And everybody have equal rights under the law. You must break it neither international bodies and international countries. You must break it neither. And it's the unfair for, you know, you have people now plan to kill we. And I say them want white poet and just white population for the on the earth. But you know, tell us say no, we can't do them nothing. Them have right to do what them doing. And farm them group and spread them hate. And print up them thing and just hate it for nothing at all. Saying? But yes, still you have some man that talk something some 92 and 90. 90 at 31 years, so can I say 92 at 29 years. Saying? Some of them 80 something. And they just still half of them. It don't make no sense. You understand? It don't make no sense. Saying? Anyway, me there, you know. There, you know, let me just go and keep it real here. Lonesome. Just looking at what we are talking about here. Yeah.